Welcome back to BeanGaming, everybody. Had a lot of good responses from the Cyclops versus Zirikuma video, so I figured, you know what? Let's take a look at another comparison. Let's do Golden Dragon versus Orochi. Now, you probably already know what the result's going to be, but if not, early game, I think they're pretty similar. But we're going to take a look at the stats. We're going to break it down for you. And then you can make a decision on what tower you're going to go with early game, mid game, and even late game. So there's different kinds of scenarios for each of them. We'll first talk about where you can obtain both of those. Now, obviously, the marketplace is out, so if you want to buy them right away, just server hop till you find them. They're out there. Orochi roughly goes for about 10,000 gems. That's what I've seen it for, with no rank on there. And then with other ranks, it'll be more. And then for Golden Dragon, that's roughly in the marketplace, I don't know. I've seen it anywhere from 10,000 to 20,000 gems. I mean, 20,000 is way too high. But where do you obtain both of them if you're not going to get them from the marketplace? Well, you're going to get them from either, let's see, let's do Orochi first. Orochi is in the World 5 chest. And the World 5 chest costs 1,000 gems. And he is the, someone has to correct me if I'm wrong, because it's either 3% or 1%. I believe he's a 3%. And then Golden Dragon, you get him from just logging in 30 straight days. And that screen that pops up right away, you see the gems and the coins, they alternate every day. You just click on that to get those. And if you play for 30 days straight, again, you get Golden Dragon. So really, you get Golden Dragon for free. You can technically get Orochi for free, but if you are a newer player, then you're gonna have to save up quite a bit of coins. If you're not gonna use Robux, you're gonna have to save up quite a bit of coins in order to start obtaining those 1,000 gems. So you're gonna have someone carry you for quite a bit of time. I started before the marketplace was even open, and so I did have to grind for Golden Dragon. And when I got him, that was probably my best tower at the time. The amount of damage that he does right out of the gate for 50k is really impressive. And so that's what a lot of people's go-to was for early to mid game. So early game, you know you're using Cyclops, you know you're using Pandora, but that next tower that you want to place typically is going to be Golden Dragon. So while this game is going, this is in Lush Valley. I decided to do Lush Valley on Nightmare mode, because that way we can obtain money pretty quick. While this is going, I'll keep flipping back and forth here in order to upgrade these, but I came up with another comparison chart, the same one I used in my last video, in order to help everyone see what's going on. Now, as a side note, if you want to head over to the World Defenders wiki page, you can do that. They have all the stats for Golden Dragon, but they don't have any of the stats for Orochi. And I was being lazy. I decided to just, you know what, let me just copy over the chart that I used on yesterday's video. But moving forward, if I'm not lazy, I think I'm going to throw it in an Excel spreadsheet, just because you can crunch the numbers much quicker. Let's get to 40,000 here. It should be pretty quick. I know we can upgrade Golden Dragon there. But we'll let this run for a little bit. Hopefully while I'm on the other page looking at the comparison chart, I won't die. So let's see over here. Comparison chart. Check this out. This is beautiful. It's amazing. Alright, well, I guess it's just okay. But I'll do a spreadsheet hopefully next time. But let's take a look here and go over these stats. And I am comparing. I forgot to mention, this is huge here. I do have Golden Might on both of them. Golden Might is absolutely 100% amazing for early to mid-game towers, because you rack up the coin really quick. And that's going to be helpful, especially for when you're upgrading your towers. So Orochi, I'm already on tier 3. We have 70,000 for Golden Dragon. Hopefully that's able to sustain us for a little bit here. And well, let's see. Can we get to 70 really quick here? Depends what kind of enemies come out. I don't know. Can we get there? I think we can. Come on. A few more here. Now get rid of those saber-tooths. I don't want them. There we go, 70,000. So there we go. We're just going to do one of each, and then towards the end of the game, I'll place down the rest of them. We should have enough money in order to obtain those. So I probably should just pause the video here, and then I can just fast forward where need be. But the cool thing is, this map right here, it actually has music in the background going where some of these other maps don't. So this is not me adding in my own music. This is the Lush Valley background music. All right, let's check out the stats over here. Let's zoom in a little bit for those of you that are on mobile. And let's take a look here. So Golden Dragon, if you're not familiar, has a max placing of 5. Orochi has a max placing of 3. So right away you're probably thinking, all right, the award for Tier 1 is going to go to Golden Dragon. Well, here's the thing. If you take a look at their DPS, which is damage per second, and I wanted to explicitly write that out because if you take a look, the Golden Dragon has an attack speed of 2. That means every second he's attacking twice. So his attack is not really 1,250. You actually have to double that for 2,500 over here. Where versus Orochi, that has an attack speed of 1, and so that 1,125 here, that is going to stick. So right out of the gate, if you can hang on to 10,000 more, if you can play the game for 10,000 more dollars, then that Golden Dragon is going to give you what you want much quicker. So again, it really depends on the scenario. It really depends on the map that you're playing. Do you want that 2,500 or do you want that 1,125 over here? Can you wait? I don't know. So early game, you might want to go with Golden Dragon over here. And again, keep in mind, these have Golden Might on them. Their stats are going to be somewhat similar when you take Golden Might away, but this is almost an apples and apples comparison either way because they both have the same ranks on them. And so when you multiply that up by 5, you're getting 12,500 damage per second, but it's going to cost you $250,000. Over here with Orochi, you can see that when you place all 3 of them down, you're only getting 3,375 damage. But it's only going to cost you $120,000. So keep that in mind. But if you take a look over here, and you can see this last row here, the total amount of money that you've paid for all 5 Golden Dragons could be $250K. The total amount of money you're going to pay for the 3 Orochis you place down is $120. So the money actually makes quite a big difference over here, because for that $250K you can actually go to tier 2 and get 20,000 more, and you're already at tier 2 for the same amount that you placed or that you have for the Golden Dragon. However, keep in mind that all 5 Golden Dragons, when you place all 5 of them down for tier 1, they're doing 12,500 damage. We're still here at tier 2, you're only getting 6,750 total damage. So it's not quite double. Golden Dragon's not quite double of Orochi, but still you're getting a better bang for your buck over here with Golden Dragon. Now, let's move down to tier 2 and tier 3. You can kind of see tier 4 popping in over here. And you can just kind of take a look at the stats. Another big thing to keep in mind here is the range. So Orochi's range right out of the gate, it has a range of 100, where Golden Dragon is only 75. And that makes a difference, actually. And then you take a look as we kind of peruse down a little bit further on my top of the line comparison Microsoft Word Excel, or Microsoft Word chart over here. Kind of excelled it on up using the table. But let's see. So when you go to tier 2, you're going to spend, if you max out all 5 Golden Dragons, you're going to spend 450K. That's the exact same amount you would spend over here for tier 3 with Orochi. And compare and contrast over here. With Orochi, you're getting a range of 120. With Golden Dragon, you're only at 88. If you compare tier to tier, we upped Golden Dragon to a range of 100. But just take a look, because we're talking about the exact same dollar amount over here, 450, tier 2 versus tier 3. Tier 2 Golden Dragon, tier 3 Orochi. And Golden Dragon actually still comes out on top with 16,250 damage, where Orochi is slightly behind at 11,250. But they cost the exact same. Is range important? Is that 120 more important than the 88 over here? For me, well, hang on, you're going to see what happens at the end over here. Let's keep on buying. Let's jump tiers again. For 800 total, let's see, scroll on down here, for 800,000 total dollars over here, you're at tier 3, where you're at tier 4 for $10,000 more, right? 800,000 to 810,000. Now take a look at who is overpowering who. Orochi definitely, not by much though, Orochi definitely has the advantage over here. And again, range 130 to 100 over here. And so now, If you are looking for late game, or if you're looking to do infinite, then Orochi is definitely the tower that you need to have. If you can hold off and not place Golden Dragon, you can put Orochi down late game, mid to late game, and even infinite. You definitely want to go with Orochi over Golden Dragon. And then this is absolutely insane over here. So take a look when we jump down to tier 5. Yeah, Orochi is going to cost $650,000. Okay, so that's the major jump over here, and I guess I kind of been omitting that. When you place down Orochi, it's only 40k to start versus the 50k for Golden Dragon. Golden Dragon actually is going to do more damage. We talked about that. For tier 2, Golden Dragon actually drops down to 40,000, where with Orochi, you're up to 50,000 now. So it looks like we're going 40 to 50, then 50 to 40. So that's why, you know, dollar for dollar, you're essentially paying the same thing. But since Orochi's only 3, you're actually getting a better bang for your buck in the long run versus the Golden Dragon's 5 placements. Alright, and now with tier 3, you can see the Golden Dragon actually costs more at 70,000 with Orochi 60k. Tier 4, they're the exact same, 120k for each. And then, let's see, tier 5, that's the big jump right over here. Golden Dragon is going to cost you 200k, which is definitely a value. But Orochi, this is pretty expensive, 650k over here. But at the same time, look at that jump. You're going from 7,500 damage to 26,250. Are you kidding me? That is insane. Look at that jump. I know they buffed Orochi, but come on. I mean, this is definitely infinite and late game stuff we're talking about over here. He's one of the most powerful towers for end game. So let's see. If we compare our final tiers over here, then we're getting 78,750 total damage for all 3 towers at a total cost of $2,760,000. Where with Golden Dragon, you can see it's slightly less, 2,400,000 or 2,400k, and the total damage for all 5 is going to be 46, almost 47,000. So what are we talking about? Roughly a $30,000 damage, or 30,000 damage difference over here. That's going to be significant. Now, this is with no boosts at all. So I got these stats right from the main level or the startup screen when you load up World Defenders. But I wanted to show you what the boosts actually look like. Remember, there's 3 different boosts that I have. I have my Galactic Overlord skin champion boost. That does 10%. And then you have the pet boost, which is another 25% stacked on top of that. And then you have the Mutant Indominus boost, which is a 30% boost over there. So when you roll all that in, are you ready for this? Where's the drum roll? Let's see if we can get the drum roll in here. With the boost, you're talking about all 3, not 5, all 3 placements of Orochi at 141,000 total damage versus Golden Dragon's almost 84,000 total damage. So, like I said, that's night and day. That's totally crazy, and at this stage of the game, there really is no comparison for late game. It has to be Orochi, no questions asked, 100%, that's who we're going with. Infinite, if you want to throw Orochi in there, I wouldn't blame you. He's totally crazy, totally amazing, and that's exactly who I've been using in some of these infinite maps. So let's get back to the game over here. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. Well, let's actually unpause over here and let's take a look at what we have over here. You can see their stats over here with the Golden Might, just making sure that I have that on there. Golden Might for Golden Dragon. And then we're going to fast forward all the way to the end so you can see what all of these Orochis and all the Golden Dragons look like. So see you in a moment. We've made it to wave 25. All of our Golden Dragons are down. Orochi are down. Look at that. 46,000, almost 47,000 damage per second over here. Golden Dragon, 16,757. And Orochi is just a world destroyer. He's an eater of worlds. And he is just absolutely amazing. Look at that. Look at the range over there. He's still going to work on these guys over here. Can we get Big Bird? We got Big Bird. and he's going to take him out. I'm not sure if I need to place my Galactic Emperor over here. What are we at over here? Oh, I think we got it, folks. Orochi's just going to take him out. Now look at all this money. Of course I would use some more towers over here, but we're doing an Orochi Golden Dragon showcase. And Orochi, hands down, mid to late game is the tower you want to go with. And Golden Dragon, more of a early game to mid game tower. So it depends on the scenario. If you're a player that doesn't have much money to spend, then grind for those 30 days and get Golden Dragon. It's an amazing tower. But if you're a mid to late game player or a veteran player, then you've got to get Orochi on your team. So thanks again for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn that notification bell. I appreciate everyone's support as always, and I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!